Hello, Oncers. Welcome to the mid-season finale of Once Upon a Time. It's season 6, episode 10. Wish you were here. We wish a couple of our panelists were here. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
With you once upon a dream. I sound just like her, don't I?
Know you.
That was really good. That was really good, Roxy. That was really cute. Hello, everyone. I am Tiana Hobson. Joining me tonight, I've got the lovely Roxy Stryer,
Hello.
who I think is dancing.
I'm
right
dancing
now?
with my animals.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. They all have animals.
Yeah, you also look like you're doing a hula because it's just your hands moving.
By the way, we were having debate before the show started. Snow White came out in 1937.
Oh, okay. I was
You were dead
within
on.
5 years.
I would have been within 20, so.
So go me, I'm smart. And sadly, we are missing 2 of our co-hosts this evening.
Yeah, and then you want to know what was crazy too? Is that one of them was having Jesse Janity fill in, and then he ditched us too. One of us smells.
I mean, it might be me.
Okay, because I was thinking it was me.
Oh, well, we'll go with it's you.
Yeah, that's what's going
Roxy
on.
smells. Hashtag Roxy smells.
Thank you so much for that.
You're welcome. So Roxy has a little message from our dear beloved Marissa Serafini. Professor
I do. I
Serafini.
don't even know how she got this to me because it's really crazy right now. She said, "I'm so sorry I'm missing the Once Upon a Time mid-season finale. I got sucked into a portal and ended up in Storybrooke, crossing fingers that I won't run into Zelina. I'm on a mission to find the charming family, so hopefully they can find a way to send me back. However, I hope these photos will make up for my absence. Have a great mid-season finale."
Aww.
So how did she get me that message, you know? If she's
I think she had to use like a wish. Maybe she found a lamp and there was a genie and she was able to like.
Oh, just you wait for the game that I have to play with you later
okay.
about the genie and the lamp.
I cannot wait. But thank you, Marissa, for sending us these awesome photos from
And Dakota also.
Yeah, and Dakota. I was getting there. I was thanking Marissa, and then I was going into Dakota's.
We said it because we saw the picture of Dakota.
Yeah,
so
so
it was
Dakota,
weird.
he's not with Marissa. He's actually just at the happiest place on earth where he happened to find a very familiar looking book. So he sent us that
It looks
photo.
like Henry standing next to the book.
Yeah, it does. Oh, hey, Henry.
Hi, Henry.
So thank you both of them for sending us little goodies, Once Upon a Time goodies, but also rude for not inviting us to go with you guys.
They're really rude, but I'd rather be here with you guys anyway because I like you guys best. I'm talking about UT and you, the audience. I'm in the live chat right now, by the way, on YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't know why I
make
had so much attitude in that one.
sure you did.
On
YouTube. So let's get into this winter finale, shall we, Roxy?
Yeah. Break
So-
it down.
Break it down. So a lot happened, but I also feel like I ended this episode more confused than I did like jaw-dropping winter mid-season finale type of.
Well, half of the episode that we saw is irrelevant completely now. So, you know, it's not because of where we ended up, but it's also like we were thinking we were wasting all this time being in a different land that was never going to matter. And now we're kind of stuck there. So I'm with you. It was like I wasn't going to be confused. And then that twist, there was a couple twists where I was like, oh, goodness.
Yeah,
That's what we're doing
that's
here.
what we're doing here.
And so that's what we're doing.
So that's what we're doing. So we open up, which I guess this is like the biggest, man, I even wrote it down and I still didn't even put together. And I'm talking about Robin coming back because the episode opens with them standing at Robin Hood's grave. Mm-hmm. And
But
in
what's
my
so
mind, I still
weird-
wasn't thinking like, hey, remember how Robin Hood's supposed to come back for an episode or something like that? Maybe this is the foreshadow of Robin Hood's coming back.
And karma is a bitch because Marissa, you thought you were all cool where you were, and you're missing the episode about your man. But honestly, T, I am genius, so I put these together pretty quick. It wasn't until I saw Robin's grave that I put it together. But when we did see Robin's grave, I was like, oh, that must be who's coming back by the end. Because we haven't been there in so long.
Yeah.
And we spent time discussing that the evil queen loved him, which
That
was
was-
so strange.
And that losing him actually is what helped to liberate her from Regina and become the woman that she is now.
That part made sense because she's an evil, evil woman. And for her to say something like, oh, and I'm finally liberated from you. So that's why it was great. But for her to say that she loved him, we didn't know she was capable of love. We knew she was capable of lust. We know that she wants to jump Rumpel's bones and also Aladdin's.
She will jump anything's bones at this point. I think
Yeah.
she's like, you know what? It's been a while since Mama got some.
I actually have a bone to pick with that, though, because I feel like a lot of times in television, people portray sex or like being with somebody as evil. And we've never seen Regina kind of be like, ooh, this is the guy that I want to be with. Ooh, this is fun. Even with Robin, they were very cute, but it was never like, oh, he's so. And then with the evil queen, she wants to sleep with everybody. The only time we ever see that is when you're evil. That's just kind of a strange thing, I think.
Yeah. Now that I didn't think of it like that, but now that you say it, it is kind of
It's weird. It's just weird.
that no one's just all like, yeah, let's go.
Like, if that was a character trait of Regina's, I would think it would be for both the evil queen and for Regina. And maybe they would just portray it differently. But for them to put that on the evil side is interesting. Especially when before I thought it was because she has tasted evil men. But Aladdin's not evil.
No, she's not. He's not.
That was just my
And also,
little
she
comment on
hardcore sexually harasses all these guys that she's talking to
Yes.
too as well. I mean, I
and
know
that's
that,
more evil.
Yeah, I see that the chat is talking about Aladdin saying "ew,"
I love
which
that.
was our reaction to every time her and
We
Gold
literally-
kissed or anything.
We said ew out loud so many times, and then to hear Aladdin say ew, it just makes you so aware that Adam and Eddie listen to their fans. They know what we're thinking, and they're like, okay, you guys think ew, trust us. We think
we
ew
know
too.
it too.
Yeah.
Yes. I love that. But something else that happens at this gravesite is that we learned that the sword that Emma found last week, that is actually the sword that kills her, is a sword that can harm the evil queen without having an effect on Regina.
Or at least we don't think so because of
don't
the
think so.
across the cheek. But we
Yeah.
don't know. Just because you could harm somebody and cut their cheek doesn't
But-
necessarily mean you could stab them and kill them.
But it's the first time that something that was done to the evil queen didn't show up on Regina as
Very
well.
true. Very
so
true.
it's definitely some breaking ground here. And then, the evil queen tries to like fix a face and she can't even fix a face.
Yeah.
After this is a permanent thing. So this sword
That's
is
a pretty
clearly
scar though, T. Like I was gonna say, if you're gonna have it, match it to your lipstick, and she did.
and she did.
I was like, that looks good on you, girl.
Yeah.
You keep that cut.
You keep that cut. I think I like a little scarring,
Oh
It's
yeah,
like-
sexy for sure.
Yeah.
She had a really cool red
yeah,
cut.
it like perfectly like went with her cheekbones
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff, so it just complemented everything nicely.
Good look.
By the end of it, I didn't even notice it anymore. I was like, man, it's just become such a part of her that like I didn't even see it there anymore.
I think that was their goal.
I think so too. But so now we at least know that this sword clearly is very special for more than just the reason of it's what kills Emma.
Yeah.
Eventually, we know that this sword has some special meaning. Too bad they can't celebrate this victory for too long, because
We got things to do, places to go, people to see.
Yeah, clearly. And Henry warns his mom not to go. But she doesn't listen. Even though, like we talked about last week, just because you have the sword now, all of your actions could be the thing that lead to the scene of your death.
Right. Like I said last week, you're not actually preventing, you are causing.
Causing stuff. So they go to Granny's because they hear like a help me.
Help me.
Which I thought was a fake cry for help.
Me too.
And then we walk inside and there's Jasmine tied up in a chair.
Poor Jazzy Jazz.
I know, she's been through a lot.
I know. And I feel bad because she's new to our town and it's like this isn't very warm of a welcome.
No,
You
it's
know.
not. But
hey,
I
welcome
mean,
to Storybrooke. We use you as a pawn a lot.
she did jump in with the wrong crowd.
Yeah.
Like
kinda.
if she wanted to stay out of harm's way, she should have got real close with like the dwarves or the fairies.
I don't know if she wants to turn into a tree.
Well, I'm just saying that for the most part, they stay out of trouble. Trouble doesn't come find them.
You just named two people who this season got so screwed. The fairies, well, we'll talk about that in a little bit, but the dwarves, they always end up in trouble or dead or as a tree and nobody even
but
notices.
then, yeah, but then for a while, no one realizes that they're not around. Like, they could be gone for, like 5 weeks.
That's
and
the
everyone's
problem.
like, hey, they're just staying out of trouble, those dwarves.
Maybe she's best off in Agrabah.
So she should get her butt back there. Because being in Granny's is not helpful, because the evil queen is like, haha, I get 3 wishes, I do. And her first wish is wishing that Emma was never the savior.
Okay. So
I know you had a lot of thoughts about wishes and wording of wishes and how wishes could have been used for better things during this episode. So let's talk about...
Are we talking about all of the wishes
yes,
now?
let's talk about all the wishes.
All right. So her wish probably was the best of the wishes tonight. The smartest for what she was trying to accomplish.
Because she thought about hers.
She took her time. She thought about a wish. It was to get Emma gone and to tear apart the rest of the team. And she made a wish. And she threw it in Emma's face that Emma ever said that she wished she wasn't the savior. So, congratulations, Evil Queen. You've outsmarted us again.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Evil Queen's other half, Regina, comes in there, and she had time as well to think about it before arriving there. And she says, "You're not the only one who can make a wish. I'm going to wish that I go wherever Emma is." Now, this is the game I would like to play with you for a second, Tiana. Let's think of the top 10 other wishes she could have made. Top 10. I'll start us off. I wish she came back.
I wish Snow and Charming's curse was broken.
I wish this past day didn't happen.
I wish I never separated myself from the evil queen.
I wish that the evil queen could be hurt and not me.
I wish that Robin Hood would be back.
Great one. Hadn't even thought about that. I wish that Emma doesn't die by somebody stabbing her or doesn't die at all.
I wish that we knew what was going to happen or who kills Emma.
I wish that Henry has a happy life.
These are all great wishes.
Oh, great. I think we've gone even past 10 at this point, but this is the point. Even just now, on air, didn't tell you beforehand we were going to do this.
that was
You came
all
up
off
with
the-
all better wishes. Why would you wish
To go
to
to a
send
place.
yourself to a place you're trying to get her back from? I do not understand, and I know that's because we wanted to do that with this TV episode and clearly more episodes in the future. Are you kidding me, though? You're not that dumb. You can't be that dumb.
Yeah. And if you're going to wish to go to a place where Emma is, not knowing where exactly she is, shouldn't you also have had a backup plan of, hey, how we're going to get back home
You had
from this place?
multiple more wishes. Why didn't you wish, number one, I wish to know where Emma is. So then you figure out if you need a plan to get home.
I wish to know how to save Emma from this place and get her back.
I wish 2 wishes. The first one is to go there. Wait a second. The second one is to bring her back with me. Fine. You did not think this through.
No.
It just doesn't seem like her to me. It doesn't seem like her. I mean, yeah, thank you, chat. They're 100%. And then to use the wishes here, and then you just said we're talking about all the wishes, T, so I'm going to talk about all the wishes.
I'll get back. Oh, yeah, because there's some other dumb wishes.
Because then the wishes just get dumber. Because then we've got Jasmine, who's offering the wish machine. She's offering Aladdin to Charming, and Charming's like, nah, we've had enough wishes for the day. I'm going to punch you in the face.
Yeah.
I'm going to punch you in the face. It's because you use your wishes vaguely, like, I wish you got what was coming to you. I wish you got what you deserved. Say something very specific. Say, I wish that my wife would go back to being awake at the same time that I'm awake and the curse would be gone.
Yeah. Who isn't wishing 101 when you have a magic lamp? Wishing 101 is that you need to be specific. About what you want. So saying,
Write out a whole paragraph.
I wish the evil queen gets exactly what she deserves. The universe might not think that she deserves what you think she deserves. If you want this evil witch, because I'm not going to curse, gone, then have the balls to say, I wish that we got rid of the evil queen, because I know from the movie Aladdin you can't wish death on people, like genies don't kill people, so that's okay. But say something better than what she deserves. How do you know that the universe doesn't think that she deserves a different fate than you think she deserves?
Right, 100%.
And clearly nothing happened in that moment.
Yep.
So
Yep. Oh, we've got so much stuff coming in the chat right now about all different wishes. Lassie Kemper says Regina didn't know she would get to make a wish, though. That's not true. She went there, so I'm assuming she planned the fact
Had
that
a plan
she
to-
is half of Evil Queen, so she'd be able to make the wish.
And even if she didn't know that she was going to have the opportunity to make a wish, she still had the time to come up with a better wording for a wish because she figured out that they are the same person.
Right.
So she gets a wish. So even if the evil queen had said something before her, like there's still one more wish left.
Yep. Riley says, why wouldn't Jasmine wish for Snow to wake up? It wouldn't affect her. Very true.
Very true.
Very true. Faith says, they said you can't undo wishes. That's why Regina worded it like that. Because if she wished to bring Emma back, then that would undo it. There were so many other ways, and other than undoing it, to say, I wish that I could go there and get her back with whatever. Not just I wish that your wish didn't happen. I wish that Emma would come back. I wish that all these things.
Or say, I wish that you will take me to Emma. That way the genie is still with her. They grab Emma and wish to go back home. You don't have to worry about Emma needing to remember everything because you just need her out of this world and she'll go back to herself.
Yeah, Yvonne Soto, David should have trapped Evil Queen as the genie.
I mean, I suggested that last week too. Come on, guys. Like,
Yep.
there's so many other ways these wishes could have gone, and we could talk about that all night, but we
Yeah.
should probably talk about some other things that happened.
But a chat keep going for my personal entertainment.
Yeah.
And also, if you're listening to this after the fact, what should we do? Hashtag ABTV wishes.
Yes.
Yeah, because we want to know.
Yeah, we want to know what your wishes would have been. Hashtag ABTV wishes.
Yeah, we got to know.
Yeah, this is going to be fun.
Yeah.
I can't wait for this, especially with the winter break coming up. I need all the fan lore I can get.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
It's not coming back till March,
It's not
so-
hitting me. It's not hitting me that this is our last one for a while.
Till March.
Yeah.
Till March. I'm just going to keep saying March. So we went over all the wishes. They're all dumb and don't help the planet or
Oh
the
my
world.
God. I haven't even called you out for this.
What?
One of the wishes did something that made Tiana not be able to look at the screen for hours. Oh my God, this was so bizarre. So all of a sudden, we're watching the episode, and I look over at Tiana, and she's staring at me. So I said something, and then she just kept staring at me. So I thought she didn't hear what I said, so I just kept repeating it. And she finally looks at me, and she goes, I hear you. And I was like, why are you staring at me? And she said, I can't look at the snake. She's so afraid of the snake, she couldn't look at the screen the whole time. Anytime the snake popped up, the evil queen is the snake, Tiana just was staring at me. It was creepier than the snake. How weird is that about T?
I
thought you were invincible.
No, I have the biggest fear of snakes, and this is not a call for people to start sending me snake photos because I will block you. That's how serious.
Yeah,
like,
no, she was
like,
dead serious.
And everyone knows I'm a huge Harry Potter nerd, so imagine me, like, because I read the books, I knew exactly in the movies when my eyes needed to be closed because I have never seen the snake in Harry Potter.
Wow.
That's how big of a
I don't know.
that's how big of a
James.
fear I have of
Yeah.
them.
So that was really
Yeah,
interesting.
Roxy learned something new about me tonight.
Oh, Christian Davis in the chat says me too.
See, I'm
And
not
then he says you're
alone.
not the only one.
Thank you. Snakes are not my friends. I don't like that. And yeah. Anyways, so enough about Tiana's phobias, because now I'm starting to get chills and feel like snakes are crawling all around me.
Sorry, they're not, I swear. Anyway.
Anyways, so how did you feel about this Jasmine, Hook, and David like little team up that we had happen after Regina went to the Wish World?
Well, the Jasmine Hook team up after they went, it's a strange thing because it's like I always want Hook to be with my ship, you know.
Yeah,
I want
Captain
Captain Swan
Hooker for
forever.
life.
So I don't know. What did you think?
I just thought it was a weird team up. And Hook and David aren't a weird team up, but throwing Jasmine in the mix. Jasmine has been around since, early on this season, but I still don't feel like she's really been a part of our group story. It's
She's
been
not.
her
Remember,
on
she
her
lied
own.
to us at first too, and it took us a while to understand who she really was. And then she came clean, but she's not part of our core team yet.
Yeah.
But I do trust her now, and I'm starting to like her. But just the second that I'm starting to like her. I always liked her, but the second that we start to really let her in, is when she pieces out.
Yeah, and I'm just hoping that this isn't. I know that Aladdin and Jasmine were like, we're leaving, but don't worry, BRB will be back. They didn't say when they were coming back, and I really don't hope that they disappear too long, because the way that the season was all set up was Aladdin and Jasmine are coming to Once Upon a Time. So I was really expecting to hear their story, and we're 10 episodes in, and I still don't know anything. I get them for one scene
Well, we must be
every
going to
2
Agrabah,
episodes
T.
or so. Like,
T, we're going to Agrabah.
we have to
We
be.
have to be, 100%.
But then this still takes them away from our main cast. So I'm still like, but how's their story intertwined with ours? You have to get them to. I need that connection that they make between the characters every time they bring in new people with our people to carry on, for me to care about the story more.
I agree. Everybody in the chat right now is saying that team up was absolutely useless tonight.
I mean, it was also
Just useless. So.
it was pretty useless.
Yeah.
So that pretty much was all of them. And then, we had the whole portal open, and that's how we got the evil queen turned into a snake, which was so easy. And also one of those things that, like, we talked about, because for a second you thought it was Jafar in the hood, because...
I think they did that on purpose with the snake. I think that they were trying to throw people off.
Yeah, and, I mean, because David even said it after they brought the snake into the kitchen. He was like, my wish came true. She got what she deserved. Because earlier on, when they were fighting, he said he calls her a snake, and she goes, a snake? But then nothing ever happened, so... Turns out it's not actually Jafar.
No.
It's actually someone else's child.
Hell. Yeah, seriously. So this was one of those times that you guys can make fun of me, because it took me a second to figure out who this was after they showed it. I mean, we've seen him twice in Belle's dreams, but he looked like a respectable young man. Here, I was like, who is that?
She was really confused.
He's like, Belle and Rumple's
It's like, it's their son?
And I was like, oh, Gideon, hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello, Gideon.
Good to see you, sir. Good to
Oh,
see you,
Gideon.
kind sir.
I was like, why do I know that name? And then it just hit that Legends of Tomorrow Gideon.
Oh, yeah, but this is
This is
also
a different
Gideon.
Yeah, this is also Gideon, different
Yeah.
Gideon.
But that was interesting that he went for the hook look with the eyeliner.
He did. I think when people think I'm dark and they think, oh, you know what? He needs some guy liner on.
Eyeliner.
That's really going to make him look even more dark.
Yeah, I felt really, really bad about all of this with the sun and how it all happened with the Black Fairy. I mean, I just feel bad, T.
I mean, we knew it wasn't going to be the last beat scene of the Black Fairy. When Rumple first came to Belle and was like, our son is gone, I tried to use my magic to trace him and nothing came up. I still didn't fully believe him.
Well, because when we looked in the ball, I was like, oh, obviously Blue put a spell so that
Yeah.
he couldn't see. An
That's all I
anti-locator, protection spell, something.
Yeah.
But then when he said it, I was thinking, Belle, don't make that phone call. He's right next to you. He's going to be able to figure out where. But I guess he is on our team. And I did like the show of faith that he took off the bracelet from Belle. But at the same time, I'm over them. I'm still over them. And for her to say, oh, this was the worst part, T. For Belle to look at Rumple and say, what have we done to each other? You have Stockholm Syndrome, girl. We have not done anything to each other. He has done this to you. He's kept you captive as his prisoner, both in that time and this time. That world and this world. You have done nothing but try to escape him. You have done nothing but try to keep your child safe. You have done nothing except for go back to him, and that's your one problem. What have you done to him? Girlfriend. You're kidding me.
What have we done to each other? All I wrote down after that was shut up, Belle.
Shut up.
Because it's like, don't blame yourself for this. Like, there's no way you could have seen this happen. You haven't become a evil, different person like he has, and he's the one who's done all this.
Are you the dark one?
No.
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 So no.
So no. So don't blame yourself for this, Belle. Like, This is clearly his issue. And if the Black Fairy didn't get the baby from Mother Superior as she was fluttering him through the forest to wherever, she was going to find a way, because I feel like because it's Rumple's son, the Black Fairy definitely wanted that child. And she was going to find a way to get it regardless.
Definitely not a coincidence.
Not a coincidence.
Really interesting thought from Holly in the chat. I hadn't thought about this. I think Gideon has been playing them both since the beginning. What if Gideon had been coming to Belle in the visions so that he could get Belle paranoid, so that Belle would give the baby to Blue, so that the Black Fairy could take him, and actually it's the Black Fairy who's doing it, not Gideon.
Oh, I like that.
That would be wild.
That would be really cool. I like that. I like that a lot. And I felt really bad for Mother Superior because, you know, our Blue, because she was like all shocked and petrified and in the bed like, I see dead people.
Yeah. Belle's like, are you okay? Before she answers, she's like, and where's my son? Let's let her answer. She's okay.
Like, she definitely doesn't look okay.
No, I don't think she is.
Talk about that. Like,
and by the way, she was doing you a favor.
Yeah.
Not
this
her
is your
kid.
fault. Remember how she didn't want to do it? And you
Yeah.
were like, please do this for me? Yeah. So Gideon is the super evil, dark person because he probably grew up surrounded by darkness and the Black Fairy, and she molded him to be the person he is today.
And we hear time works differently there. And first, I thought Neverland.
You were screaming Neverland.
Neverland, because we're hearing that she takes him to a place. We know that's where Pan had been.
We know
they've
that
been
she
together.
takes babies.
She takes babies. Just kind of all made sense to me. Time kind of works differently there. The rules don't apply. But it wouldn't have made the child grow up that fast. So I don't know what that was.
Well, he came through a portal, so it could have been that he's coming back from the future. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe
he
he's
could
coming
be time
back
jump.
to
Yeah.
time jumping. He's coming back to stop something or to, to kill Emma because maybe in the future she raises a problem for him.
Yeah. I
But-
think a lot of this is about the show being like, we do not want to have a baby on set.
Yeah.
You got to grow up.
It's like, look at Neil, baby Neil.
Yeah.
We never see him.
They're like,
He's
we can't
never
do this
around.
with two.
They're like, hey, how do we make babies grow faster? And the other thing that Rumple did tonight, early on in the episode, he has a confrontation with the Evil Queen. And he's like, look, I'm going to let Emma do her thing, but if she doesn't get you, I'm going to find my son first. But I'm putting this cuff on you so I can always find you because I will come back and kill you. And then she gets turned into a snake, but I couldn't look at the snake. So did the snake keep some sort of gold collar on it?
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
It did. And the collar shrunk with the snake.
Got
Just
it.
stayed tight around the snake's neck. But that was interesting because we are isolating the evil queen. We've taken Zelina away from her now, kind of. Rumple a little bit away from her. All of our people away from her. And what do you do when your back's against the wall and you have nobody and you're a snake? I think she's probably more dangerous now than ever.
Yeah.
That's my theory.
I would agree with
I
you.
don't know
on
what
that.
she could do with that, but maybe team up with Gideon.
Maybe she's the reason he's there.
I'm thinking Gideon, Jafar, Evil Queen
Evil
Snake.
Queen.
Maybe
Yeah.
Evil. Oh my God, Jafar comes and has Evil Queen as his pet.
Oh. Where is Jafar? Like,
I
we
don't
only
know.
saw him that one episode, and I kind of felt like he should be around a little bit.
Yeah, I'm unsure.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so while all of this is happening over in Storybrooke, we have a whole new timeline going on in this wish world that Emma has been sent to, where she was never the savior. So the curse was never cast because Snow and Charming stopped the evil queen and banished her for life. And everyone's living happily ever after in this pseudo fantasy of like happiness and opium pills and stuff like that. How did
Yeah.
you feel about this world and the characters that we know so well that were in this world?
They all looked different. I thought that Emma looked beautiful. It was great. The costumes were awesome. It was crazy to see her parents so old. It was funny that Regina just poked fun at that the whole time. I think some really smart decisions were made by Regina and some really dumb ones. Smart ones being, okay, I'm going to go find Emma and I have to be evil in order to turn her. That's the plan. Dumb ones being making a deal with Rumple, although that one didn't even come to bite her in the butt, and killing Snow and Charming. Because and also seeing Robin and staying there. Now we don't even have Snow and Charming in this world to help us. So they be dead. And
Yeah.
Henry's pissed at you.
And you let the Dark One free. So now he's going to be doing his own thing. Now you have like so many problems that are arising in this world that you have to fight to save, which I kind of would, speaking of who was under the hood, because we let Rumple be released in this world, I thought somehow he would make his way to our world. So I was like, maybe that's him under the hood and it's not Mr. Gold. It's actually, Huron Rumple. And
Yeah, I liked when you said that. I thought that was smart, but it didn't end up
it
being
didn't
that
end
way.
up being like that.
I have to say though, T, I'm a ride or die, and if somebody wants to chill somewhere, stay there, I'm gonna stay with them. But I don't think it was a smart decision for Emma to stay with Regina. It would have been smarter for Emma to go back and tell the team, hey, she stayed there, she found Robin, let's figure out a way to get her out. Now the team has
No idea.
zero idea. Did Regina even tell them that she was going to go to the Evil Queens and wish to go to where Emma was? Do they even know where she is?
Probably not.
How do they even know where they are? They can't find them. They don't know if they're in this realm, different time.
Well, the only thing is, which this would have had to be a scene, one of those scenes that happened off camera, but Aladdin could have ended up telling them before he left with Jasmine at some point, since
That's
he
true.
wasn't in her control because he was the only witness there.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I wonder if they actually taped that and it got cut in the cutting room floor or something. But I just think it was so silly. Emma, you
Yeah.
see it, the portal's closing. You've got to jump through. Either grab her and shove her, or go through yourself, or better yet, grab Robin
Yeah,
and bring all of you guys over there.
all of you, because she has her magic. So if Robin fires an arrow at you, all you have to do is go whoosh and make it stop.
Yep.
You can also use your whoosh power to like force him to come near you. I mean, we're talking about kidnapping at this point, but I'm okay with that because get your butt home.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least Emma stopped screaming at her and like before she walked away, just grab her and push her into the portal, and then you jump in, and then when she's mad at you when you get back, be like, yo, look, we will figure out a way to get back there so we can get you Robin.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, we needed to get home to Henry, our son.
Who has zero of his mothers right now.
Yes, because one's a snake and the other two are gone.
Yeah. But it's going to be sad because the more time they spend in this realm, the closer they're going to get with Robin, and who knows if that's going to work out, and their son in that realm. So it's like, what are they going to do? Just end up leaving their son there?
Yeah, but I will say, I liked this Henry.
Me too.
I really liked
I liked
this Henry.
Knight Henry.
Yeah, he was brave. He wasn't about sitting around and like letting others do things. He's like, move aside, Mom. I got this. I was kind of knighted earlier today. It got interrupted in great fashion. I love that they had another big ceremony for the evil queen to kind of walk in and interrupt like the wedding from
was so
season one.
cool.
It was just such a great moment that was a throwback to the pilot episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, Henry was like a badass, and then you have Emma, who was such a wimp.
Yeah, she was. I didn't know a nice word. That wasn't. That was exactly what it is. She was wimpster. I mean, she was beautiful and she was sweet and she was trying to problem solve, but all she could think of is, here's the keys to my kingdom. We love Savior Emma for a reason. This is why we couldn't have her cutting her ties to being the savior.
Yeah, but here's the other thing. Yes, she wasn't the savior, so she never had to fight or anything like that. But her parents were still Snow White and David, or King David, whatever you want to call him. They are the people who, I just can't imagine them raising a daughter to be so weak-minded and like weak as a person. Like, this is the person who's supposed to take over the kingdom when they're gone. So I feel like they would have raised her to be just as strong as they are and just as mighty as they are, whether she was a savior or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was just, to me, it was so frustrating to watch Emma, who we know as like this big strong person who's never going to back down to a fight and everything, just whimper away. And even the mommy, daddy. Like,
Mommy,
girl, you
daddy.
were clearly at some point married to Neil in this
Yeah.
world. You had a son. You're a grown woman.
Adulting hard.
Adulting hard. You have a son who's about to be knighted, and you're still going, mommy, daddy, help.
What I love right now, and you're going to appreciate this, Tiana, is that everybody keeps calling this place, they keep calling it Swan Point, like Flashpoint.
I love it.
I love it. Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, that's amazing.
Swan Point Paradox. That's
I did
awesome.
see one go by. I didn't get to write down who said it, but I saw that this is Earth 32.
Oh,
I was
gosh.
like, yes,
Then we're
all
in
the Flash
trouble.
references
Yeah.
are amazing.
That it is great. It's great.
Yeah,
But apparently we're spending some time on this earth now.
we're gonna be here for
Until
a
we
while.
figure it out.
Until we
And
figure it
we
out.
had one damn bean. And a lot of people were pissed because they said, plot hole, if Rumple had a bean, why didn't he use it to get himself out? I don't think he physically had the bean on him.
He did say that to meet him at 12 o'clock the next day.
Right, he had to
so
go
I
get
feel
the
like he had to
bean.
go get the bean. Maybe he left his bean sock in a drawer at home. Thank you.
But
Thank you. I'll be here all evening. You're welcome, guys.
actually only for the next
Oh, the next
2 minutes or so.
yeah,
Yeah.
couple minutes. So yeah, I mean, overall, I think we left on a point that has me intrigued
Mm-hmm.
to see where we go for the rest of the season, especially that whole preview that we got to see. I guess we're moving towards predictions, so
Yeah,
I should
yeah,
just say
let's
let's
get there.
do predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV prediction.
Wedding bells are ringing.
Who do you think?
A lot of people in the chat were saying Violet and Henry, which is not my prediction. I think at this point it's got to be Swan and Hook. I mean, right?
It's time for them.
It's time.
I think they're who's next because right now they're the only real couple
Unless
that
we get
have.
Robin back in full force.
Yes, but that's why I think showing it is to make everyone believe it's for those two, but we're going to end up getting Robin back full time, and it's actually Regina and Robin who are getting proposed and married.
Interesting.
Because it's too easy right now. Hook and Belle are the only couple that we have that aren't married. Rumple and Belle don't count.
You said Hook and Bell.
I said Hook and Belle.
Yeah, you did.
Oh my God, Hook and Emma. Oh my
Flip
gosh.
me out. It flipped me out because remember about earlier this year I
Yeah.
was flipped out by
Yeah.
their relationship.
No. Not Hook and Belle. Not Hook and Belle. Hook and Emma. I don't know what came over me. But yeah, they're the only real couple that's together that's at a point in their relationship where they could get engaged. So that's why I
If
think
it's
it's
Belle
not
and Rumple,
them.
I'll off myself. I
If
just
it's
will.
Belle and Rumple, I'm not watching the show anymore.
Casket fan says Once Upon a Weave. But I'll just quickly say mine definitely goes to Swan on Swan Point. That braid,
That
it's
was
so
an awesome
pretty,
braid.
so good.
Mine's gonna go to Regina in Swan Point because that high pony with like the ringlet curl,
Yeah, really
and the
good.
way she kind of whipped it to the front when Rumple was like,
One more time?
she whipped it to the front.
Yeah.
You got to get that head throw, and then that's the hair still moving.
love
Yeah,
it.
those were my faves. And then, I mean, just shout out to Snow and David of Flashpoint, old people.
Yeah.
His eyebrows were super bushy and very, very white.
Yeah, Snow White.
Snow White.
Ha.
Yeah.
So, my question is, why does he want to kill the Savior so bad? Why is that the goal? Is that the Black Fairy's goal, or is that his goal? What does killing the Savior do or mean? Does that mean she can come back in full force or something? So what's going on there?
I don't know. We'll have to watch the season to find out.
Good plug.
Yes. So we'll find out by May, I'm assuming, what the real plot is
But we
here.
finally found out who's under the hood.
Yeah, we found out
And
who's under the hood.
That was cool.
That was really cool.
And we got Robin back. Big episode.
Big episode. Lots of things coming. And sadly, we won't be back until March to talk about this show. But make sure in the meantime, you guys are talking to us because we want to know what you think. We want to know what your wish would have been with the hashtag ABTVWish. We also, what else did we want to know from them from tonight's episode? Who you think is getting engaged?
Yeah, who you think's getting engaged? Why we're trying to take Emma out so bad? and also just keep the conversation going. Let
Yes.
Dakota and Marissa know that they're still loved too.
Even though they're not here. Rude.
Yeah, that is really rude.
Yeah. Well, where can everyone find you?
You guys can find me everywhere at Roxy Stryer.
And you can find Dakota at Dakota T.
T.
Jones
Jones.
and Marissa at Serafini TV. Make sure you guys send them some love and actually give them a little bit of
Hate
for missing out on the winter
But fun
finale.
hate.
Fun hate, because we still love them. And you can find me at the Tiana Hobson. And make sure you guys check out all the other shows AfterBuzz TV gives to you guys while we're on a break.
Yes.
Oh, that was weird.
That was a snake.
See you guys in March.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.